Welcome to all our distinguished guests, family, and friends. And thank you all for being here for your unwavering support to the United States Space Force. It's a perfect morning to have our first United States Space Force Chief of Space Operations change of responsibility. Secretary Austin, thank you for being here with us to celebrate this momentous day for the Guardians. I know that you are always here to support our department and their families, and we appreciate everything you do. General Milley, Holly Ann, your support for our airmen and guardians and their families is steadfast and also deeply appreciated. Your presence with us today reflects the fact that the Space Force's capabilities, and especially our guardians, are critical to joint warfighting. Chief Tuberman, you're still holding the torch as the Space Force's senior enlisted leader. Thanks to you and to Rachel for helping General Saltzman and his family in this critical transition. Now to Jay Raymond and Salty Saltzman. I'm incredibly honored to host this ceremony for your change of responsibility with your family, friends, and colleagues here to share in this moment. As the Secretary of the Air Force, I get to attend some pretty historic events, but this one is right up there at the top. I'm proud to work with these humble, incredibly capable, and approachable warriors and leaders whom we are celebrating here today. First, to Jay Raymond, the father of the Space Force. As the first Chief of Space Operations, you shaped Guardian's culture, created the Guardian ideal, brought the department its newest service, put it into existence, and is forging its unique identity. I also know how much Molly has done for Airmen and Guardians during your decades of service. Molly, you have been such an incredible light to all of us, not only spouses and families, but to Guardians and those others in uniform as well. Today is as much a celebration of Molly as it is for Jay, so thank you both for everything you have done for Guardians and their families. Jay, you did more for the Space Force in its first 3 years than anyone could have asked of you. You stood up a new service without the preparation time that you had intended or hoped for. And as Secretary Austin has noted, you made it look easy. One of the pleasant surprises I found when I came back into government service was how much progress the Space Force had made. During the 4 years I was outside of government, Jay and his team made incredible progress in establishing a totally new enterprise, one that would have to be small in size, but enormous in importance and in mission. The Space Force would have to carry all the load associated with being a military service without anywhere near the resources associated with a traditional American military service. Jay and his team have met this challenge and positioned the Space Force for success. You grew from a service of 0 to now almost 15,000 Guardians. For a few months, Jay was the only Guardian. Luckily, you always had Molly by your side, and Chief Tuberman followed you shortly thereafter. Today, 15,000 Guardians, and growing. This December, we'll be celebrating the Space Force's 3rd birthday. We'll have General Saltzman as your successor. The Space Force that I walked in on 15 months ago, the one that General Saltzman will be stepping up to lead in a few minutes, are a living, breathing testament to the vision, professionalism, and will to succeed that Jay Raymond brought to his role as the first Chief of Space Operations. Jay, I'll miss your friendship and support, but I know that Salty has a tremendous foundation for his new position because of the work that you and your team accomplished in the Space Force's first 3 years. Thank you. Next to Salty. You have some big shoes to fill, but I know you're ready. We are lucky to have you as the second Chief of Space Operations. Jay has laid the foundation for you, and now I know that you are ready to go charge full speed ahead on operationalizing and transforming the Space Force based on your strategic, operational, and tactical experience and while deployed. As we know, this is a team and family effort, and I'm excited to work with both you and Jennifer as we forge ahead into the next several years of building the Space Force. Salty, you are more than ready to take on the responsibilities we expect of CSO number 2. And I can't wait to work with you as we continue to take care of our guardians and their families and to modernize the Space Force to meet the pacing challenge, as the Secretary indicated. Under SALT, the Space Force will fulfill its destiny to become the great protector and the great enabler of America's joint force and the key to making integrated deterrence a success. One team, one fight, Semper Supra.